Hello everyone, and welcome back to my Occupy Mars playthrough. Part of this episode is going to have non-platform versus platform based design, especially for the power and the wells. I'll go over that in a minute. And then we're going to look at some of the new technology I've got, the buildings that I've put down, and what I've researched, all the rest of it, you know. So as you can see there, I've got the kilo now power. These things they give out a fair bit of power, but you get too near them, you get radiation sickness, so just beware of that. You know, I nearly died on it because I didn't realise that. I've also got the missile meteorite thing. These are interesting. I'll go over this in a minute. These rockets, god, that stumped me for a long while. These are the uranium centrifuges, just so you know. Now let's get on to the platforms here. So the non-platform, sorry. Now generally when you start the game, you'll put 4 solar panels down. Once you've done the well, and you've got some material, you'll then go into a transformer, a battery, and an expansion maybe, and then out of a transformer to power your warehouse, wells, or whatever it is you want to do. And as you can see, you have all the cables, and it goes into it. You expand it, have another 4, goes into it, expand. You probably do expand it 4 times and get 4, 8, 12, 16 solar panels. That's what I did, and it's a huge mess. And then you come out of that with the cable and another cable to the final transformer that goes off to wherever with cables, etc. And it works well. It does the job, doesn't it? Now when you put down panels, which you can do from the very start, panels are not panels, the platforms are in steel platform, and it's this first one here. Now you get there, I'll go over this in a minute, but you get no outputs whatsoever on these platforms unless it's something that comes later. And again, you build 4, and you avoid having to worry about this transformer here, because the power travels through the platform. It goes straight into the battery and starts charging it up. And you can add this battery and go all the way down, build another battery pack next to it, and another one, and it all accumulates into those batteries. And then when you're ready to send it somewhere, you build 1 transformer and do extensions if that's what you need, and then you tell it what power goes where, put an output on it, and away it goes. And that's it. It's as simple as that. And then medium solar panels, I'll show you over here, they need a gap between them, so you'd put 1 solar panel down, then have 1, 2, 3 platform gap, build another line out, put your solar panels on them. Now they can get a bit yanky between these gaps. I've had them where you have to build here and then the other side, and other times they'll go nicely in line. It's a bit weird how it works. And then when you get to the kilo power, again it's 3, I think it's 3, it might be more actually between them, I don't know. It looks like they'll overlap here, but it could be 3 or 4 gap. I haven't really done it yet, but these need this kind of gap between them. So 1, 2, 3. It's the same as these, but I think 1, 2, 3. Yeah, a gap of 3 between each. So that's how my end base power is going to go. It's going to basically be a mixture of kilo, medium solar panels. I don't see the point in large wind turbines or big wind turbines, and the large solar array. The large solar array cannot go on a platform, so thereby you've got to do it like this way here. And the problem you get is when you have the output here, you'll be thinking, well, why don't I just store it all in this and then have an output go straight to the platforms? As you can see, there is no way to connect this to this platform. You get no connectors on the outside. There is no way to do it, so this will be on its own. And it begs the question, what's the point? Unless there's something big like I don't know, a little outpost somewhere that you want to do that way, then great. It'll work wonders for you. But if you've got kilo power, you would just take the materials for that, or build a few bank of medium solar panels and do it like this. There is no point in it. I don't see the point in it. Maybe the devs will change that later, I don't know, but anyway, it is what it is. So I built these just to show you there are no connections anywhere on it, so I'll take those down in a minute. But the beauty with it is, on a platform like this, is anything you connect to it is attached to that power and water and whatever else. It's great, because I could have here, instead of having the pump there that's going out supplying these big containers. If the big containers were down here, I could have I could stick that pump anywhere, and it's connected, you see, so the water, electricity and everything runs through it all. It's great the way it works. Now with regards to the water wells, it's the same principle as I just said, that everything is connected if it's on a platform. So on this platform here, everything is going into the tanks, and then what happens is that you look over here to one of the pumps and it goes, you tell it what you want out, so you want it all out because you want it going into those tanks, and then you carefully calculate it from this pump here that's going to the warehouse over there, and then all you do is you just add to this whole platform and it just adds to the amount you're making. Now if you do it not on a platform, then you do it like this way. So you build your well, you have your little water tank, and eventually you put a subator down, have this connected, and it goes to a pumping station that then goes to a bigger storage that eventually gets to the warehouse. You have to have separate power, so you've got to remember all of that, and then put your batteries here as well so it keeps it running. So that's how that works. Overall, my opinion is platforms is a better way to go. It's more neat, everything is connected. It's a no-brainer, to be honest with you. It's the way to go. I just wish that they would let you build. So if I put let's get hold of one here. So if I was to stick another warehouse down, so if I move the arrow up, you can see that bottom bit, it's a foundation. If that was, or had a way to connect to said platforms, it just does not want to connect to it. So you think it is there, but it isn't. It doesn't connect. It's bizarre how this works. And if we right click out and go to I don't know, it's the same for the big one. Hang on, let me find it. I can't find it now. Resources, that's the one. So if I put on the small crusher, and you'd think logically, there's the power. If you put it next to that, it should connect to the power. It doesn't. You can't put it on it. It will not let you stick this on a platform. If you raise it up, oh, it's not letting me raise it. It kind of goes a bit. Hang on, let's see now. So I'll get it to work again. There you go. Maybe it'll work there. But raising it up, it does this. So yeah, I get what they're trying to do, but you could have this on a platform, like instead of having it where you build it where I selected it from here, you could have it on the platform section. So like it's got the subator and tanks, it has a big crusher, it has a warehouse, it has a greenhouse, it has whatever it is we can build as an option in here. To me it doesn't make sense. The other thing that I would ask if the devs could do, if it's a possibility, is to automatically stick an airlock on this large hangar, because I didn't know, and I was getting blown apart, losing all my oxygen. I've had to stick an airlock there and an airlock over here, so when I open that great big door, I don't lose everything, you know. It doesn't automatically do it. It should by reason have one on it, but it doesn't. Now, you know, it'd be handy if they could, and maybe give you the option of you know, even one on the side would be handy, because you're forever going in and out. When you park your vehicle, you've got to manually shut the gate, or you leave it open if you've got the airlock, because it doesn't really matter. And then you go in and do it, get on with it, you know. The main HQ, I don't see the point in that building. You can't add the workstations to it, you know, the workbenches, which I thought you could. You can add the 3D printer and maybe some decorations and crud like that, but to me it's pointless. It seems a bit pointless, that building. Maybe they'll change that. I haven't got the greenhouse yet. I'm slowly working up to that. The thing that I did do is visit a load of meteorites, and with the meteorites, if you go out and you go to the crater, you go with your little rover here, this rover, and with the rock breaker on it, break the rocks down to the first stage. Yeah, so if you do that, then pick them up with a grab and stick them in there. You then get loads more uranium, because you'll take it to your crusher and it'll process loads more of it instead of the piddly amount you get in your bag. If you go to the second stage and you manually got to pick it up, and as a bonus, you don't get radiation poisoning. Now you do get caves that have uranium, but you've got to do it the old way, which is with your little jackhammer, so you get less. I don't know whether they're planning on adding a new way for your rover to get it, like an open cast mine or something. I don't know. I don't know what they're planning, but yeah, that worked well for me. It let me build all these kilo plants and stuff because they need a fair amount of stuff. If I go up here, you need uranium rods and ceramic heat shielding. Now I build those. When you get the big crusher, you can tell it on the build menu that you want these, and providing you got all of the stuff, you just say I want 20 of those, it will produce every material here for 20 times. So you've got enough to build 20 of them. It's great. You know, it's a good little touch, that one is. I'll take my hat off to the devs for that one. But yeah, I've now got to go out and get more of the tech tree, because as you can see, the botany is pretty low. I've got to try and get the science bench so I can get the greenhouse and work on my magic on that. The chemistry, as you can see, I've actually got all the way through it now. So I've researched a whole lot more, as well as made a whole lot more. I don't know whether I've made enough. The electronics are virtually done, I think. Yeah, I'm on these now. These infinity things at the end. Materials, as you can see, I've got 3 to spend. Where did we get up to on this? So I've got to do this launch pad, which is I've got to unlock a technology, lower oxygen use. That's botany, I think, and radio base control. And then that'll let me produce the launch pad, that'll let me then produce the rocket. And I don't know whether when you make those and launch them, whether that's the end of the game or it carries on, but and then all of this stuff on the end. Mechanics, I've got 2 left to do. I've got detonator, the flying drone. I don't know whether there's I had to go with that in the campaign, and other than give you observation, what does it do? Yeah, anyway, there's the base control, so I've got to get that. That's ready to unlock, so I'll work on that one. I've got the jetpack. I don't know what the point of that is. The rocket engine for the quad, again, sketchy. This thing is a companion, but it picks up the odd rock, but other than that, not entirely sure. Automatic rock lifting. I don't know whether that will just grab ones or whether it will grab a whole batch. I don't know how that works, or is it quicker for you to do it yourself? So I can guess that's going to take ages to work out where everything is, when you could do like 3 loads yourself if you're quick enough for that one. Maybe it's to do with the remotes and stuff, because there's this thing here I've not really played with. Maybe I'll build another rover, stick a remote control on it, and it goes out harvesting for me. I've got the heavy suit, I've got to make that, so that'll enable me to go more places, and then we're on the end of it really. So yeah, I'm getting quite through it. As I say, it's I haven't got a lot of the greenhouse side of things done or anything like that. I'll take you in now and show you the base a bit more. As I say, I've stuck another airlock here. Now this obviously is my potatoes. I've each time I get them, I just put the seeds. I save 10 lots to make rations, and then I split the other ones evenly. Half and half, put one here and one lot here of the seeds, and then extract, and you get better yields and whatnot. So yeah, that's how that looks. And then I've got the battery charger here, so if I go into my battery, mine's low, and I'll click, and then I'll click this thing here, grab that, stick that one in, and then put that back in. There you go, and then eat some more food. So as you can see, it's giving you nutrition's fairly low. It's not brilliant, is it? But it does the job. What else have we got here? We've got the loo. That was where the main HQ was, but I got rid of it. So you've got living quarters. That's yeah, I kind of confused, other than a bed, what the point of it is, because we've got a bed anyway out there. It's just easier to use the other one. Now this I kind of understand, because you can replenish all your water. Let's just make sure everything's there. And then you've got the loo. Now each time you use this, you get a waste thing there that you can use making stuff in the chemistry lab, and probably or what do you call it, the fertilizer and stuff. I haven't really used it, to be honest with you. And then round the other side I've got a corridor that goes out that you just saw, so I can put the greenhouse around the back. I've got the large antenna down, so that shows you this green dome, as you can see. And I'll eventually go out exploring and take enough material so I can build another one of those, so I can dot them around with the battery backup. Now the missile thing's interesting because I've got them on me actually. Let's go into the rover. I'm not going to actually build one, but I'll show you it. Right, these are them. So when you have those things, not those, these here. So these are the kit things you get. Oh, it's going to show it as a kit, but you get these where you get 5 of them. And now if you go down and you stick those on your hotbar, you then press your hotbar 5 in my case, it puts down a kit. Actually I might build you some. So then if I go I again, get rid of the kit and there. You'll see these on the ground and you think, what the hell am I meant to do with it? It tells you what the bits are, and you haven't got to manually run around in circles. What you do is, say like the rocket engine, you grab it and see the highlight there. It doesn't matter if you're not on the highlight, you just stick it on the rocket case itself, it'll put it on. You then grab your camera and then stick that on, and then the battery, and it kind of puts them all in place, yeah. Then the cone over the top of it, and then the rocket propellant stuff, and you build each one. Now each one of these, I think it gives you 10 or something, I think it was, I can't remember, I'll see in a minute. And the same for the fins. And when you've done this, what did it do with that? Oh, okay. Is it stuck it on the other side that you can't see, I wonder? So let's grab another one. Oh, it must have done. It gives you 10 rockets, as you can see there. Then you pick them up, and then when you go to your bag, you grab those 10 rockets wherever they are. It's still in my bag. Oh, right. So where are my hands still? Right, there's the 10 rockets. You stick them in your hotbar, and then when you go over to this, I won't be able to put any more in here because this is full. You go to your rockets, you press your hotbar number, and it'll say supply. You'll see the word supply up here. Just click it and it puts them in this storage container. This can take 10, 20, 30, 40 rockets, each one of these, and you just turn it on, and if ever you get a meteorite, it'll try to shoot it down. Now I don't know the range of these things, whether that one will cover the whole base or whether I need 10 of them, I don't know. So that's the only downside of it, is you have to build each one, which is a bit strange, but yeah. So I've got another 10 there, so I can stick that on there, and I could do another 4, and I'll have another 40 ready for another supply. See, so you get 5 of these in stacks, and then so you've got to build each one of them, but each 5 of these, so it gives you 50 out of it basically. You get 10 per one of these, but you've got to build 5, however minutes you need. It would be nice to automate that. The novelty wears off after a while, you know. But yeah, so that's that thing, the uranium enrichment. Now when you get uranium, I think the large crusher does all of this for you, but you can go in here and you manually pick the uranium that you've got. So if I've got any left, which I haven't, I don't think, no, I've got none left. So what you would do in here is uranium will appear in here, you drag it and it puts in stacks of 5. So you'll have 5, 5, 5, 5. You then turn it all on and you'll have some uranium rods come out the bottom of it, and that's how that works. You just leave it running. There's one here that needs another one because it needs 5 to make it work, but that's what uranium looks like, and you get that predominantly from meteorites. If you find a cave, then go in there and manually mine it. You won't get a lot out of it. I'm going to now take you, oh actually while I'm showing you here, this is the output that goes to the warehouse, as you can see, and this is the output from those large tanks that goes to the warehouse as well. That's giving it all what it needs to survive. Now let's go to the big crusher, and have a look. Just nip over here and have a little look. See what the building is. There's an old meteorite crater there. I thought they'd disappear, to be honest with you, but they don't seem to go. Unless another one's fallen, I don't know. Anyway, so going back to this, I would advise you to stick a battery on this, just a basic battery. Because I went out night mining and of course the solar panel stops working overnight, so you can't come back and empty. So if you've got a little battery thing on it, it all adds. Now if I go into this here, this is where I picked up the uranium. Inventory, resources. I don't think, there you go. So I've got way more uranium than I need just by crushing the rocks with the rover. The first stage, so you don't get any of the green uranium show. It's just rocks, and then you pick it up with a grab and stick it in your trailer and go and crush it. It's very effective. You get a lot more. So it's just a quick tip for you. So where have I got to go now? I'm going to now probably head out. Let's press tab. Look at my messages. You'll see I've got loads of supply drops, probe signals, more meteorites. Now you can unfollow a lot of these, but generally speaking, I go into the vehicle and look around to see which is the nearest meteorite drop. So there's a probe 1,000 meters over there. There's a probe 918 meters there, one at 600 meters. So it's probably going to be better for me to go that way. Supply drops over there. Another probe signal detected there. It's right now. A meteorite. See, there's a few meteorites around that I could grab and just bring back. And I'll have loads of the stuff. So I'm going to start doing that and think about where I can build another large radar. So we can open up this area a bit and then slowly look around, because at the moment I'm sitting there thinking, once you get the greenhouse, is that it for the buildings and stuff, or can you set up automation? And I don't think that's in the game. I haven't seen it yet, and other videos I've looked at, I can't see it on those either. So I don't know whether that's a future plan, maybe whether we'll set up a proper colony where you have factories and all that kind of stuff, or whether this is just going to be, you know, like this and other games where it's just a survival base build and that's the end of it. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see, because if it ever did turn into a factory automation, it'd be awesome, wouldn't it? It'd be like kind of other games and on the Martian planet, and maybe, you never know, they might let us go to other planets and do the same kind of thing and share resources like other games. But I won't mention them. But yeah, it's great though. I'm enjoying it so far. As I say, it's and I hope you like it. If you do a like and a subscribe and comment and stuff. It just helps my channel, guys, to grow, you know. So yeah, I'm going to now go out and get all these meteorites, and then you'll see me with a pile of crud in here, and I'll show you what else it does, and hopefully I'll have some probes as well. The supply drops are quite a way out there. It's over 3,000 kilometers away that way. There's a supply one out there. How far away is that? 2,800, I think. 3,000 that way. So the supply ones are quite a way out. Yeah, I mean, that's where maybe it'd be an idea to have the rocket ATV, because you could fly out there then and grab them and just quickly get back before nightfall, you know. So yeah, I'm going to work on that tomorrow. I'll just have another sleep. I'll make sure this thing's charged and go from there, really. See if I'm in. It doesn't matter if I'm not in the hangar. Let's just say, what is the battery on this thing? 98%. I don't need to charge it. So with this here, as I say, you can just literally head through into there, which I won't bother. It'll just let all the part of the air out. I'll sleep in this thing. So I'm going to make my way down to the meteorites, actually, and then sleep en route. Be the easiest bet. And I'll see you guys back here, hopefully with a reasonable amount. Look at that geometry of that steering. Great, isn't it? I'm turning that way and it shouldn't be doing that, but anyway, yeah, it should be doing it like this. There you go. But yeah, I'll go and collect that stuff, and we'll see where the road takes us.